Hi everyone, this is Benny with Pierre Paul Driving School. Today I'm going to show you 8 steps on how to pull out from parallel parking. And if you understand those 8 steps that I'm about to show you, they are going to give you an unfair advantage when it comes down to pulling out from parking spot. In fact, if you watch to the end of this video, you will see why many students are struggling with parallel parking, and also you will discover why those people that are applying those 8 steps that I'm about to show you have a huge unfair advantage to those that aren't. Step number 1 from pulling out of parallel parking. Make sure your steering wheel are straight. How do you know while you're sitting in your car if your steering wheels are straight? It's quite simple. The steering wheel has 1.5 turn to the left, 1.5 turn to the right. Now, when you're sitting inside of your car, the only way, if you're not certain, if your tires are not straight, you simply have to turn your car all the way over either to the left or all the way over either to the right. From either side that you lock it on the lock position, then you're gonna come back 1.5, gonna make your car on a straight line up. Very easy. Since the tire has 1.5 turn to the left, 1.5 turn to the right. So if we completely lock it all the way on the other side, then we come 1.5 on the other side. That should get our tire straight. Now we're gonna do step number 2. What is step number 2? Once you make sure that your tires are straight, then we're gonna have to back up a little bit to make sure that we can see the tire of the car in front of us on the ground. If we cannot see the tire of the car in front of us touching the ground, that's when we're too close. That's going to be a little bit hard to pull out. How do we do this? Quite simple. We're gonna simply start the car, putting my seatbelt on as always. Then you're gonna shift into reverse. Keep in mind that whenever you're driving, you have to look in the direction that you're going. Now we're gonna have one hand on the steering wheel and the next hand's behind the examiner or behind the seat, behind the passenger seat. That's an option. If you also want, you can have both hands on the steering wheel. Is either one that you prefer. Now I'm gonna do my hands behind the steering wheel and I'm gonna look in the direction that I'm driving. Take a last look to make sure your car is into reverse, but it's always good to take a last look. Now let's look behind. Stopping now, taking a look. Can I see the tire of the car in front of me on the ground? Yes, I can. Now what I'm gonna do from there, I'm gonna shift the car back into drive. It is very important. Many students, after reversing their car to get clearance from ahead, they tend to forget to shift back into drive, and that can be a very dangerous situation, especially when you're taking your road test as well as in real life driving, because failure to do so can result to an accident. Now we are going to do step number 3. We've already reversed. We make sure that we have enough clearance from the car in front of us touching the ground, and we've already selected the drive. Now for step number 3, we're gonna turn the wheel 1 full turn away from the curb. In other words, we're gonna turn the steering wheel 1 full turn towards the way that we're gonna move into traffic. Step number 4 now. We are going to look all around the car for potential hazard, such as pedestrian, bicycle, cars or vehicle, as well as pet or animal that may come around us while we're ready to pull out. Now we're ready to go on step number 5, which is signaling. You gotta make sure that you signal all your intention to let people behind you know soon you're ready to move into traffic. Many students at this level, they tend to forget to signal, which is very, very important as you're taking your road test as well as when you're driving. Remember, when we're driving, we are playing 2 roles. What is the number 1? As a leader and as well as a follower. In this instance, we're playing a leadership role because we have to let people know behind us that we are ready to move into traffic. Step number 5 is signaling your intention to warn the traffic behind you know that you're ready to be pulling into traffic very soon. Now we're gonna move on to step number 6. As we already into drive, we signal our intention. We've already turned the wheel 1 full turn to the left. Now it's time to do your verification, your 3-point verification. You're gonna check the mirror, make sure there is no oncoming traffic, pedestrian, skateboarder, line of bicycle, pet, any obstruction, any hazard coming to your left. Now, before pulling out, what is the other thing we are going to do? Make sure you check the left back of your car for blind spot to make sure that any of those things that you are looking out for there, none of them come in your way. Okay, now we're gonna come into step number 7. We've already signaled all the attention and all our attention. We already have the car into drive. We've already taken the 1 full turn out to the left. Now we done already check the mirror and we check the shoulder. There was no car coming out. Now it's time for us to pull out to move into traffic. And make sure while you move into traffic, you clear the car out in front of you and take a quick glance at the shoulder as well. And slowly straighten your car out off of the parking spot. And from there, you're driving straight ahead. These are the 8 steps you need to understand when you're doing your road test so you won't have any trouble moving into traffic.